Tonight's call is another reminder that accountability doesn't disappear just because someone is single, independent, or holding it down. A 32-year-old woman says she wants marriage, stability, and commitment, but when Kevin starts asking the uncomfortable questions about attitude, behavior, and self-control, the real reason she's still single starts to surface. This conversation exposes how slick mouths, unchecked attitudes, and a refusal to self-correct quietly push men away while the blame keeps getting placed everywhere else. Stay locked in, because this one isn't about dating apps or bad luck. It's about behavior, choices, and the consequences that follow. Hit like, subscribe, and support Kevin Samuel's original channel to help keep his legacy alive.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How old are you?
I'm 32.
All right. Any single or married?
I'm single.
Any kids?
Nope.
What you got?
I don't want to be nobody's side chick because I want to be married. I'm out on my own. I've been holding it down on my own, but it's kind of hard, Kevin, because like really when women say they want to look for the right person, they got their own definition about that, but it's hard. It's hard because men, it's hard. I tried and tried. I'm 32 with no kids. I live on my own. It's not
What's
easy.
hard? What's hard about it?
It's just like
So I need you to stay still. You can't be moving around like that.
the actions, like, it's just.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
They act like they don't want to like.
Okay, I
do
need
what's
you.
right.
Okay, hold on. I need you to stay still and keep the camera steady, so because it's making a bad show for everybody else. Okay.
Gotcha.
I really don't understand what you're talking about, because what's the only
No,
common
I'm not
denominator?
cleaning
What's the only?
Go ahead.
What's the only common denominator in all of our relationships?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the patience.
You know what a common denominator is?
Yeah, it's the bottom line. Yes, I know.
No, that's not what a common denominator is.
What
the
is
same thing.
What is it?
The only common denominator in all of our relationships is us.
Correct. But men these days, it's difficult because they want their cake and eat it too.
It's always the man, huh?
It could be the woman too, but
No, we're talking about you. So if I talk to all your exes and ask them how did they experience you, what do you think they'd say?
they're gonna give good stuff out. They're gonna say I have a little attitude and my mouth is slick, but that's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah. They gonna say good stuff. I mean, as far as the bad stuff, but they gonna say I'm independent.
Who gives a shit about? No disrespect, man. Who gives a shit that you're a functioning adult? Okay. Nobody cares that you've been holding it down. That means you're taking care of yourself. But you say they're gonna say you got an attitude and a slick mouth, and that's it.
That I'm
That's
loving
it, huh?
and caring. That I'm loving and caring.
So much so that you got an attitude and a slick mouth. What makes women like you think that that's acceptable?
I speak my mind. If nothing don't feel right, then
That's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. That's why you're alone.
It's hard. I don't want to be
No,
alone.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard. Acting right shouldn't be this hard.
Got you. I feel like
what do you do for a living?
I'm a bus operator. I work for the city, drive buses.
So you just do what the fuck you want to in the bus. You just speed. You do whatever you want to. Don't obey the traffic laws.
I do.
Okay, so you can act like right when the white man's money's on the line.
Unfortunately.
See how that works, gentlemen? See how that works when her holding it down is jeopardized, that white paycheck is on the line, then all of a sudden these sassy, slick mouth women, they can show act right.
It's not easy. I live in LA, and it's not. I don't
Listen to
even
all
have
these
no.
excuses. Listen to all these
I
excuses.
don't have no kids, so if I
So
was
what?
like
So
didn't
what?
give a fuck
So
and I'm
what?
settled,
So what?
excuse my language, but if
So
I
what? You don't have any kids. You don't have any kids. Due respect, man. You don't have any kids. What do you mean settle? You're a bus driver.
you gonna make me person.
I just want you guys to think for a second that the world we live in, to where a sassy, attitude, sassy mouth bus driver thinks she's settling for somebody. That's how far. Y'all don't understand how bad you guys have gotten, because you're on here talking about how hard it is. You exactly where you sound like you need to be, by yourself.
On some occasions, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, you like dogs or cats?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean by that? I like a human being. Like,
But you're going. If you had to pick between dog or cat, what would you pick?
it'd definitely be a cat.
Okay, well, good with that, because see, a cat don't care about what comes out of your mouth because they don't speak human.
But that's not what it's gonna be though. One day, that's not
right. All right, and one day, because human beings as they get older only become less like they are or more like they are.
I tried to follow your advice, but
You have.
I watch you all the time, but I'm telling I don't know.
Why is it so hard for you to behave?
Because I'm gonna express myself. Like if I feel like somebody trying to take control of, not even control, like take advantage of me. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big hearted. So if I feel like somebody,
I get so sick of black people with this zodiac shit. I'm a Capricorn. It's hard. All right. So what? Capricorn, it's hard. Well, then what are your alternatives? Buy a dog or a cat and die alone. I mean, it's hard, right? So, hey, you're in LA. You and the cat can eat the same food. We're talking about just simple common decency and respect. And I said, how would your exes tell me they experienced you? And you said it. They would probably tell you I have a bit of an attitude, which is a whole lot, and a slick mouth. Well, see, that's the problem. You ladies are able to talk crazy to men with no consequences. So now what men are doing is just avoiding you. You can't even give it away. And men don't want to tolerate this. We haven't even got to the important stuff because you're just out of control. That's fine. You think that gets better with age?
No, I only get older.
So, since you seem to know those couple of issues, what are you doing about them? Nothing?
I'm working on it. I'm a work in process.
With who? Nobody.
Yeah,
So in other words, she's not doing anything. Not doing anything. She knows her issues and is doing absolutely nothing. So that's a formula for what kind of outcome?
Do you think the marriages back in the day is different?
No. You got to answer my question before I answer yours.
Okay.
That's a formula for what kind of outcome?
Nothing.
So what's your question?
Do you think the marriages is different from like back in
the... Yes.
Versus this generation, because marriage don't last.
Stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. When you touch your phone, it cut off. Do I think marriages back in the day are different from today? I said yes. And you said what? Marriage don't last? No, you ladies don't last. You're lower quality than your grandmothers.
Okay.
Your grandmothers were better women.
They was raised different.
They were better women. They understood the value of family. They believed in God.
I believe in God.
As long as he's doing what you need. Oh, really?
Through the good, through the bad. My best and my worst.
Really?
Really.
You're a Christian?
I'm not a Christian, no.
So what God are you talking about?
It's only one God.
Which is who?
But what I'm saying is, do you
No,
think
no,
the
no, no,
marriage
no,
is-
no, 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 no.
I'm not a Christian, no.
You said you believe in God,
I believe in Jesus Christ, yeah. The Holy Spirit, yeah.
but you're not a Christian? Why?
Because I'm not living every day as I'm not doing it. I'm not living every day. I'm not.
So again, this is why I challenge women when they talk about God. Jesus is like cosmic Santa Claus to be able to give them what they want when they want to. You're undisciplined, man. There's no discipline you're under. No religious discipline. This is why y'all are less quality women than your grandmothers. Your grandmothers submitted themselves to something greater. Y'all submit yourselves to your bag.
Yeah.
Bus driving bags. That's how low the standard is. I mean, bus driving, whatever job. I mean,
Whatever job, yeah.
The average
Some
black
women got
woman makes
business.
20. The average black woman in this country makes $28,000 a year, but they'd rather have $28,000 and no husband. That's a bag. You can't get along with a man. That's the problem. So if you're not going to do anything to fix it, that means you're going to live your life by yourself.
Got you.
Unless you see a different outcome. Do you?
No, like you said, if you change, working.
Oh. Okay, so
I
let's fast forward 30 years. How long you been working for the city?
Well, I mean, I don't think my job got nothing to do with,
Excuse me, ma'am. How long you been working for the city?
7 years.
You plan on retiring with this job?
No.
Okay. What job do you plan on doing until 65?
I want to open up a business.
Doing what?
I want to do an animal spa business. I like animals, so that was a good
Did you go to
question
college?
when you asked me earlier. I love animals.
Did you go to college?
No, some college. I didn't finish.
So where do you plan on getting the money to start this business?
Good question.
So in other words, you're just talking.
Huh?
So in other words, you're just talking and dreaming.
Brainstorming. Yeah.
No, talking and dreaming. See, I like calling shit what it is.
Manifesting.
Talking and dreaming.
Manifesting. That's correct.
Talking and dreaming. You have no money to start a business, and being an animal spa is going to give you $2.7 million to retire on.
What that have to do with a man?
See, I don't get it.
I get it.
You ain't gonna hit a man because your attitude's too bad. So if you can't behave and act right, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with this. So you're gonna have to take care of yourself till you die. That's what it got to do with it. Because you got a slick mouth and you kind of got an attitude. That means ain't nobody gonna couple with you. That means you got to take care of you until you die. And the job you're working right now is a job. It ain't nothing to retire on. No children, no husband means what happens when you can't work or you get sick. You gonna be on the street.
I understand. Trust, I feel you on that.
So this is why I said, I'm talking, I'm manifesting. That means the Jesus the God I do not follow and the life I don't live, he's supposed to manifest and give me stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna just say this, man. Far too many of our women are just walking around like big children. Y'all are not serious people. At 30 some odd, you know your grandmother? Yep. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And this is where everything comes together. Because this conversation was never really about dating being hard, or men being confusing, or the city being the problem. This was about accountability and what happens when someone refuses to sit with it. Over and over, we hear people say they want marriage, stability, leadership, and commitment. But the moment behavior is questioned, the conversation turns into excuses, astrology, personality labels, and blame shifting. Having an attitude isn't a badge of honor. Having a slick mouth isn't strength. And speaking your mind isn't the same thing as being emotionally disciplined. What Kevin pointed out very clearly is that relationships don't collapse because women are independent. They collapse because cooperation, humility, and peace are missing. Nobody is owed marriage. Nobody is owed commitment. Those things are earned through behavior that makes someone want to stay. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. The traits being defended as "this is just who I am" are often the exact reasons men quietly disengage and move on. Not with arguments, not with drama, just absence. Accountability isn't about shaming, it's about patterns. If every relationship ends the same way, if every ex is the problem, if growth is acknowledged but never acted on, then the common denominator isn't bad luck. Time doesn't fix behavior. Age doesn't fix attitude. And wanting marriage doesn't automatically prepare someone for it. What made this call uncomfortable is that it stripped away the narratives and forced a hard look at reality. And reality doesn't negotiate with feelings. If this conversation felt harsh, that's because truth usually does when it interrupts comfort. But comfort has never built strong relationships. If you saw yourself in this call, take it as information, not an attack. The moment someone is willing to adjust behavior instead of protecting ego is the moment outcomes begin to change.